More and more, what I'm seeing is organizations are starting to really invest in the people who they believe can help them take their company to the next level. So, what we're seeing is an upshift or an uptick in learning and upskilling. And that's good news. For a long time, we saw people who were so hesitant with their budget and so hesitant with their funding that they felt like we need to hold on to every dollar. And they weren't necessarily investing in training and upskilling for their people. The good news for me is that now I'm starting to see that shift again. Not only are we starting to see a bigger investment, but we're starting to see a return to, hey, why don't you come into the office and train 20 of us or 15 of us or 30 of us, which is great. Because I feel like when you do this together with your teams inside of your organization, it provides an opportunity for everyone to collaborate better and work better together on things that they are going to be approaching together as a team anyway. So there's a continuing growth pattern that I'm seeing that emphasizes upskilling within Agile teams. So, what types of upskilling am I seeing? Great question. The first one is cross functional training. What I'm starting to see is organizations are investing in and saying, okay, we know that this team knows how to do this or that these people know how to do this, but do they know a little bit about what the other groups in the organization are doing? So we're starting to see people slow down the pace a little bit and allow for team members to try. Hey, go give this a try on the other side of the organization and learn what they do. Let's work together to figure out how we can build things in a cross functional way so that we no longer have these silos. And that's a brilliant thing. We're starting to see the information silos become a thing of the past, which I've been waiting for a very long time. But we're finally starting to see organizations invest in that cross functional training model and allowing cross pollination, pollination, that's right, cross pollination. I was like, pollinization? No, pollination across the organization. And we're starting, too many Asians. We're starting to see this functional training actually work. We're starting to see the dividends, the payoffs of doing some of that cross functional training, which I think is amazing. Another uptick I'm seeing is investment in advanced certifications. So let me explain what I mean by that. More and more companies are still doing the level one certifications, and that's great. I certainly appreciate that. But what I'm starting to see is a heavy emphasis on advanced credentials and even micro credentials. So what we're seeing is an upswing in the people who are doing advanced certified Scrum Master, advanced certified Scrum Product Owner, advancing and scaling Agile. All these different courses are starting to see big upticks. And the reason why is because organizations are trying to separate themselves and they know that, okay, we all understand the basics of Agile and we've tried Agile 101 and it hasn't worked out the way that we planned. Perhaps if we invest in some of the more advanced classes, we can get and tie into an instructor in an organization that can help us accelerate our learning so that we can take things to the next level. And the good news is, while we had the downturn in training numbers and whatnot, it gave strong coaches and trainers like myself the opportunity to upskill ourselves so that we can provide you with a greater cross section of this is what we see working in organizations like yours. Let's talk about how we can leverage these advanced certifications to help your organization really accelerate what they're doing. And we're starting to see lots of companies come back and invest in those advanced certifications. And the dividends and the payouts are extremely worth it. We're seeing a huge return on investment for that. So we're starting to see those advanced certifications work. I did also mention micro credentials. Another thing that we see, and this is interesting, is that organizations and individuals are more willing to invest in a 4-hour micro credential than they are in a full 1 day or 2 day training, because organizations feel like it's only taking away a little bit of their time and it's giving them a wealth of information. So that way organizations can say, we're going to take 4 hours of your day, but we're going to provide you with training on AI for Scrum Masters or AI for product owners or Agile in sales or Agile in marketing or conflict management skills. I mean, I've seen so many of these small topics that have really kicked off. So we're starting to see a large uptick in the number of people who are attending these workshops, which is brilliant, which is wonderful, because now we're able to provide a less expensive option to a larger number of people to continue them down that path of learning and upskilling, which I think is incredible. So the micro credentials, very good idea. Okay, so let's talk about the last thing. So what we're seeing is traditional demands on an Agile project have changed. We're starting to see project and product demands shift. And what I mean by that is, as technology advances, we're starting to see the demand for advanced things happening. And once again, that upskilling is absolutely necessary to get everyone together so that we can reach those advanced goals. Now, I will lean in and say the good news is, and I mentioned it already, the implementation of artificial intelligence, the implementation of generative AI, and using things like ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever it is you're using to help you, Copilot, to help you get to where you need to be. We're starting to see an uptick in organizations adopting and adapting and leveraging tools like AI to help them get to where they need to be so that they can get the people to work on the more advanced critical pieces of an application and letting AI take up some of the basic instances of what needs to be done. So we're starting to see this cross section of AI taking some of the basic needs away so that organizations can upskill their people and focus on the advanced things that need to be built. Together, I think all of these things are helping organizations emphasize the things that are most important and grow because they're investing in their people and not letting their good people go. And what's happening is it's allowing them to streamline in such a way that they can keep their most valuable people, the MVPs, right? Most valuable people. And then they allow the people who maybe aren't doing as well to move on to other opportunities, or they allow some of the best of those people to have some opportunities for training and learning so that they can measure up and see whether they're going to meet the needs of the organization going forward into the future. And that's a trend that I hope doesn't stop. I want to see organizations continue down this path because I think that's how we're going to achieve the greatest business agility. That's going to do it for this episode. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have a topic you want us to discuss, learn more at AgileDad.com. We would love to hear from you. And as always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care.